So when you're building your team, you see all of our mons have their stats right here. So every single Digimon is going to have different base stats. And then you can max out those stats by EV training them, kind of like we do in Pokemon by doing exercises on these watches where these Digimon come from. To get their stats up to 999 and all those stats. To then you can see how like Examon has just generally better stats than something like Magnakibmon, which would have better stats than like other mons like Rise, Greymon from like the same dim. But then each Digimon has their own pool of separate abilities, right? So this is a super rare ability, which means you have to use like ability tickets and get multiple Examons through the use of like weeks worth of practice and training on these apps to get one of them with the right ability. So this ability says raises our own HP at the start of battle by 30%, which is why this guy's been so chunky if your opponent's character has more HP. So that's one of the reasons why this Examon always tanks the last little bits of this game. The way this team likes to work is I have a super rare ability, which reduces the damage by 10% from double attacks. So I want to soak double attacks with Magnakibmon and then close out games with our bulky Examon. That's the way I've flowcharted this team to work, and that's because I'm generally just getting a good BE team. Realistically, the only codexes I even have kind of filled out right now are the Draconic Blaze Dim, which I have most of the dims unlocked here. So you can see the Examon here is one of the better mons on the Draconic Blaze Dim, and the Magnakibmon is the other like adventure mode clear option. But it's better than things like Slayer Dramon or like Break Dramon, right? And you can check a lot of these stats and things like that online on different websites. But there are so many other dims and so many other cool things to do. There's that little minigame part of it, but there's ways to increase your teammates' power, mitigate damage, deal more damage. There's that guts mechanic that we saw here. So it's a fun game, and it requires a lot of playing of these Vital Bracelets, which are also just a ton of fun to use. Let's see if we can have any evolutions right now. Nothing's evolving right now, but I'm working on leveling these guys up, and they all come from little dim cards. So each dim card has like options to have like all of the mons in these codex. So when you hatch a dim, basically you start out in the little in training mode, right? And you can get up to like 4 different rookies, 5 different champions, 5 different ultimates, and a bunch of different megas. How much do they cost? So you can get a Vital Hero, which plays the game without EVs and abilities and is generally phasing out. You can get this for about 20 bucks on like Amazon or Target or Walmart. The BE devices are you got to order those from Japan. They're all in English, so you don't have to worry about that. But those are about 50 bucks, and each respecting dim card is anywhere between like 15 all the way up to some of them are like 40 or 50 bucks, I think, or more for some of them. But it's fun. It's an expensive hobby if you don't like go out of control. Like right now with this dim, obviously I'm trying to maximize my value and get every single dim possible from this to make it worth the 15 bucks. But it's been a lot of fun. I have some videos on my Digimon channel if anyone wants to check those out. Going over like the unboxing, showing what comes in these guys, answering questions about how to like get the right Digimon that you're trying to get, and just a bunch of other stuff. I'm making pretty consistent content on there. This will be uploaded there as well, so think about checking that out. Always feel free to let me know if you have any questions.